space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen, and he finds Parker here, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Now Rosen on first down.
Dang it! No.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And this is Parker, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage.
Come on, man!
Carey loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now it's Wilson.
Oh my God!
And is Gordon complete. Inside 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's stupid. That's freaking stupid.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson.
Oh my God! React to the ball. What is going on
4
here?
yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Switch up, switch up.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Wait, what are we?
Check. On. Quarter. Hey, orbit.
56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left.
Oh, my God!
Gets it to Gordon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done?
No way.
No. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
Pick me.
This is intercepted, but
come on, dude.
So very close to a turnover in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
Love the DK cheese.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Tempo.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. On first down, Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Alert.
Third and short, McKinnon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, what are you doing? Why is it stopping?
He should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Oh, my God! Tripped by my own man.
Territory. It's a big play there for Miami. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Come on! This is stupid.
Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12. Rosen.
Dang it! Dang it!
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre.
God bless America.
And a short return
that was so
stopped
dumb.
inside the 10.
Oh,
at the
that was so
8-yard
stupid.
line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check 52. Good, good.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Got it. Mike 55. I'm coming for you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 27 yards there, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure.
Come on, man.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down.
How does he not
before he
fumble?
gets into enemy territory.
That's stupid.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Come on, react.
Give him
Should be a
9 there
pick.
for first down completion.
Doug.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
Zig! He zigged!
Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. Sanders connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 55, Mike. No change. Look for 36, 36. Safe. Reload.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24.
Jesus Christ, Kyle.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. One left. ready? 14. One left. 14, find it. Check 52, come on. Check 52, come on.
Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson operating from the gun.
That's a zig! You
zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time, Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. They run it with McCammon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
280. 65.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Go.
Where are you getting George?
Touch 50.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Way out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Wilson now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They go draw play to McKinnon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here again is McCammon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Wilson now from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Wilson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Gun.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the 1st touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Alert! 56.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one. Deep rights. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
You better be afraid of me.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call fourth.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. And they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator.
Oh, my God!
He's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, D. Slam, slam, slam.
Second down, McKinnon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm coming after you.
Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come Monday.
Here's Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Rosen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them.
Why did
They'll get a little bit of praise.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Middle.
Rosen to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Over the middle, it's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, 54. Line 54. Watch the pass. Alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
How about going to the outside?
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
I got you.
On 2nd down now, McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. His throw incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Rosen to throw. He finds Kalen Balaj, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rosen.
Oh, my God.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Parker, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penning. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the...
Screw this league. I'm good. I'm good.